We've studied what's going on in Massachusetts and could consider, if legislation is passed for gaming and mass, probably the #1 opportunity in the country for growth. Because our site is located right off of exit 8 on the Mass Pike, so accessibility from points to the west, north, and south is spectacular. We'll have to work with the local community, depending if there's a local referendum for the facilities, which we actually support. We think it's important to have community approval before we come in, because it's such a partnership between an operator and a community. We're going to work with the community in terms of how you access the site, whether the flyover that we believe is needed from the Mass Pike. We'll have to work on balancing the facility and the water demands with what's available. So all these infrastructure improvements, depending on the final form of the bill and what we're allowed to build, after that we'll sit down and work with the local town officials. It'll be a much smaller version of what we have in Connecticut. We have 6,000 slot machines here, over 6,000. We'll have approximately 3,000 in Palmer. We'll have 100 table games in Palmer. At this facility, we have over 300. We'll have retail shopping. We'll have a 600-room hotel. A lot of casinos are designed after a theme like Paris or an Italian village. Ours is uniquely themed Mohegan. We'll hire with our facility 2,500 to 3,000 employees. The multiplier impact of those employees spending in Palmer or Springfield, employing those who are out of work today, the impact for Western Mass and the Palmer region will be tremendous. I think it's an opportunity for businesses, to supply the company. We buy over $250 million of goods and services in the area surrounding, from Rhode Island to New Haven and all that. So that impact of the casino in terms of meat and eggs and paper and pencils and flowers for the hotel, all those businesses will be able to participate in the success of the casino when new guests come in and the demand for those products are needed. Law enforcement, there'll be a collaboration between local law enforcement, state police, and our internal security. So that coordination starts with dialogue, and we encourage that for long-term success in gambling in the Commonwealth. Dialogue and upfront planning needs to occur to make sure that everyone has a voice at the table and all concerns are listened to. I think it'll be 2 to 3 years, depending on the regulatory framework, how long it takes to establish that regulatory environment and the framework. It's very important that you have a strong regulation, and then beyond that, it'll take 18 to 24 months for a resort facility to be open, such as the Mohegan Sun Palmer project.